Welcome to CognitionChunks. This is ICU, what your blinks reveal. Exploring types of blinks in psychology. While blinking is often perceived as a simple, involuntary action aimed at keeping the eyes moist and protected, it carries with it a host of psychological implications. Different types of blinks can serve as a window into cognitive processes, emotional states, and social interactions. This article dives deep into the psychological dimensions of blinking to better understand its roles and classifications. Types of blinks in psychology. Spontaneous blinks. Definition: occur without any obvious external stimuli and are considered part of the eye's natural physiological function. Applications: studied to understand baseline cognitive states and brain function. Volitional blinks. Definition: blinks that are deliberately produced. Applications: often employed in experimental psychology to study the ability to control automatic bodily functions. Reflexive blinks. Definition: elicited by external stimuli such as bright lights, sudden noises, or airborne irritants. Applications: used to study sensory processing, attention, and the speed of neural transmission. Cognitive blinks. Definition: blinks that occur in response to cognitive load or mental effort. Applications: investigated in the context of problem solving, decision making, and cognitive stress. Social blinks. Definition: blinks that occur within social interactions and may serve as nonverbal cues. Applications: explored in social psychology and communication studies to understand nonverbal language and social cues. Emotional blinks. Definition: blinks that vary in frequency or duration due to emotional states. Applications: studied in the context of emotional regulation, expression, and psychophysiology. Blink patterns in disorders. Definition: atypical blink patterns associated with psychological or neurological conditions. Applications: employed in the diagnosis and study of conditions like autism spectrum disorder, schizophrenia, and Parkinson's disease. Psychological theories and models. Attentional blink, a phenomenon where an individual momentarily loses the ability to process a second stimulus after identifying a first stimulus. Blink rate as an indicator. Variations in blink rate have been posited to serve as indicators of lie detection, levels of interest, or even levels of attraction between individuals. Interdisciplinary aspects. Neurophysiology. Understanding the neural mechanisms behind blinking can enrich psychological models. Human-computer interaction. The study of blinking has implications for eye tracking technologies and user interface design. Conclusion: blinking, in its many forms, offers a plethora of avenues for psychological inquiry. From cognitive processing to social communication, the seemingly mundane act of blinking is imbued with a complexity that reflects the intricate workings of the human mind. Alternative perspectives. Evolutionary psychology. One could examine blinking from an evolutionary perspective, questioning how different types of blinks may have evolved as adaptive behaviors. Cultural variations. The significance and interpretation of blinks may vary across cultures. For instance, certain types of blinking might be considered more or less acceptable or meaningful in different cultural contexts. The examination of blinking types in psychology allows us to appreciate how a simple physiological act can serve as a meaningful probe into human cognition, emotion, and social behavior. Therefore, it holds a multifaceted utility across different spheres of psychological research. And there we have it, CognitionChunks fam. We've just peeled back the layers of one of our most subtle yet revealing behaviors, the blink. Who knew that something as seemingly mundane as closing our eyelids could carry such weight, both psychologically and socially? Today, we've covered the full spectrum of blinks from spontaneous to voluntary, from cognitive to emotional. We've uncovered how they function as tiny windows into our psyche and social behavior. Is it a rapid blink due to stress, or are those slow, deliberate blinks signaling a relaxed state of mind? It's astonishing to think that this simple action can offer clues to deception, emotional state, and even potential health conditions. But that's not all. We also dived into the neuropsychological aspects, exploring how the very act of blinking is controlled by a fascinating interplay between different areas of the brain. It's like your eyelids are the curtains, and behind them is a full-on theater production run by neurons and neurotransmitters. Beyond the science, we've touched on the philosophical and cultural significance of blinks. From the famous blink theory in Malcolm Gladwell's book to Eastern philosophies that use eye control techniques, this common yet often ignored phenomenon is, surprisingly, everywhere. So, the next time you find yourself in a conversation, at a poker table, or even just contemplating life, remember that your eyes are speaking volumes, one blink at a time. Keep this newfound wisdom in your cognitive arsenal, and who knows, you might just become a blink whisperer. If your eyes are still wide open and you're hungry for more knowledge chunks, don't forget to hit that like button, share this video with anyone you think should give it a blink, and subscribe for more enlightening episodes. Tap that notification bell so you're the first to know when the next episode drops, and let's keep this journey of exploration going strong. Got any burning questions or fascinating observations about today's topic? Drop them in the comments below and let's keep the conversation going. Until next time, keep those peepers perceptive, and remember, the eyes aren't just the window to your soul, they're the gateway to understanding the complex world of human psychology. Blink on, CognitionChunks fam.